The Kingdom of Façade is possibly my favorite community found within both NieR games, a community that resides within the desert and relies on a long list of rules to guide their everyday lives. The desert, however, was not always like this. The land used to be a vast forest that was later eroded due to people's activities. This kind of explains why Facade and the desert itself is randomly located within the middle of a forest. Aesthetically, citizens of Facade must wear a mask and a large loose set of robes. This is unknown why the culture is like this, however, it is somewhat loosely related to Aztec and Mayan cultures. The people of Facade speak their own unique language. Unlike Emmy Evans' Chaos language, which is used for the music in NieR, the people of Facade speak in gibberish. There is a slight hint of Japanese in there, but it is confirmed to just be gibberish. One more very notable aspect about the Kingdom of Façade is their convoluted legal system. The entire kingdom functions on a large basis of rules that dictates how the residents live their lives. It is important for us to understand that many of the residents are fully aware of these set of rules, and they must be memorized on a frequent basis. It's also unknown how many rules there are, but it is confirmed that there is over 124,000 rules, with new ones being made frequently. The idea of having so many rules is to ensure citizens better understand their own freedoms. As said before, citizens are required to memorize every rule and practice them on a daily basis. Visitors are also required to follow any rule that portrays to them directly. And as much as I want to give every single bit of NieR lore within all of my videos, I sadly cannot share all 124,000 rules because I doubt even the developers could think of that many rules. Instead, I will share all of the known rules. And I know you're also thinking, oh, I'm just going to have it on a slideshow, or the rules are going to be scrolling up on this screen. No, I'm literally going to read out every single rule that is known. Rule 0. You have the right to disband a rule by vote. Rule 2. You have to wear a mask. Rule 12. Do not neglect your mask. Rule 32. Those without land identification may not speak. Rule 68. Royal attendants may serve away from the king's side. Rule 86. Royalty cannot apologize to the citizens. Rule 106. Do not live on level ground. Rule 227. Actions that obstruct public walkways are forbidden. Rule 356. Royal inquiries occur once a day. Rule 429. It is forbidden to buy all goods in a shop. Rule 432. You must capture any lizard that crawls into a pot. Rule 451. Alcohol must be consumed in the afternoon. Rule 904. A wedding union must be sealed with a kiss. Rule 1024. You must honor the request of any outsider owed a debt. Rule 2078. Boys born on December 3rd must keep continual watch over quicksand. Rule 4217. Parents must scold their child if they make a mistake. Rule 6909. The blacksmith shall engage in the trading of weapons. Rule 7017. You cannot make a mistake while running an errand. Rule 7545. The shopkeeper of the item store must hereby engage in the trading of general goods. Rule 8614. Parents cannot purchase food for their children's birthday feasts. Rule 9102. The shopkeeper of the Strange Things store is responsible for trading of strange and unusual goods, provided that they have any on hand. Rule 10547. The shopkeeper of the grocer must hereby engage of the trading of food. Rule 11034. You must live at a level appropriate to your position. Rule 12030. Citizens cannot end a relationship desired by royalty. Rule 25656. All persons of note are to be informed of the king's marriage ceremony. Rule 27229. When sending someone on an errand, you cannot state the name of the item you want them to buy. Rule 38,585. All objections and/or congratulations to the king's marriage are to be lodged through official channels. Rule 50,527. Only nobility may enter the barren temple. Rule 56,908. In order to strengthen community solidarity, you must interact with others on a regular basis. Rule 83,348. If missing, the prince must be found. Rule 115,017. You must view the town by ship before purchasing any items. Rule 124,046. It is technically unknown, however, it is mentioned when and then there are more rules that are in-game but are not numbered. These include weird things like everyone must wear loose-fitting robes, no one is allowed to wear shoes, only nobility may enter the treasury, no one is allowed to say bad things about the prince. If you say bad things about the prince, you must whisper it. Any outsiders who save the lives of one of the masked people is deemed the benefactor and is a friend of the city. Said status also extends to the friends of the benefactor as well. A punishment for breaking one of the rules is watching the quicksand river every day for 2 years. If a husband has an argument with his wife, he must make up with her by the end of the day or else they will be divorced. The king isn't allowed to shed tears in front of others, and throwing oneself into quicksand is forbidden. One other thing of note is that more rules were also revealed in the NieR Automata DLC. And here they are. Rule 8. Something must be done when the king addresses others. However, the machine who cited this rule forgot what exactly. Rule 21. Always return a greeting. Rule 28. Whoever clears all 6 trials is deemed the true masked one and will carry the title of the king. Rule 1489. The king must display dignity at all times. Rule 2858. In order to become the true masked one, 6 trials must be overcome. Rule 2898. An explanation behind the 6 levels of trials must be provided by the receptionist. Rule 5493. Do not lose sight of yourself in the darkness. Rule 5494. Do not let your feet touch the ground. Rule 10286. The king deserves the most respect of all. Rule 15392. Visitors should not be killed. Rule 24389. There shall be spectators at the trials. Rule 29450. Visitors taking the trials should be wished good luck. Rule 3225. Respect must be paid to those undertaking the trials. Rule 30284. The king must welcome upon their return. Rule 31564. Spectators must stay quiet during the trials. Rule 43953. The king must become a model for the subjects. Rule 60513. Requests to partake in the trials shall be honored by the receptionist. Rule 60664. The trial of sand is off limits for anyone not partaking in it. Rule 61284. Rely on your own strength. Rule 61444. The current trial is deemed complete. Rule 61446. The current trial is deemed to have failed. Rule 61512. The challenger is declared victorious over the third trial. Rule 61891. If the trial taken was failed, the challenger is suggested to retake it. Rule 61892. A reward must be granted upon completion of a trial. Rule 61993. The fourth trial is declared complete. Rule 62117. The third trial must be ended within 3 minutes. Rule 62305. Train hard every day to become stronger. Rule 63710. The challenger is declared victorious over the fifth trial. Rule 64199. A true hero is untouchable. Rule 65,123. A challenger is declared victorious over the 6th trial. Rule 69,834. A reward must be granted upon completion of a trial already cleared. Rule 661. Fight without evading. Okay, maybe I should not have read them out. But if you think about it, the masked people were required to have all of these rules memorized and should have been able to recite them without hesitation. And in all honesty, this is possibly why I really respect Yoko Taro's work for making something so unique in a fictional culture. I honestly don't expect many people to make it this far, especially because most of the video was just me reciting all of the rules that are known to us. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I really don't know when I plan to make another video, but I do have some more in the works right now.